What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sal in the building, man. Yes, indeed, man. Somebody said they can't hear me. You can't hear me? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Gotta let the sound come in, baby. Yes, indeed. What's going on, everybody? Today, June 6, 2017, we're going to wrap up the day's trades, see what's hot for tomorrow. A lot of OTCs ran today. Let me see here. Got a pump that I got briefed about, that if you were in the Discord room, you already knew what was popping off. I broke that to you today at around, I think, like 1-ish, 2 o'clock. I found out a pump was going to be taking place on an OTC stock. So if you were already in the Discord room, you already, knew what it was going to be about. So shout out to the people who jumped up on that. I saw the emails got sent out tonight on that pump. So we'll see what happens tomorrow and moving on into the week, because I guess there are going to be some other promoters jumping aboard that stock as well. So we'll see what kind of effects it has on there. All right. What's going on, Craig G? Bruce Cole, Adeleon, Astrid in the building, Lennox John, Jeff Thayer, what's up, man? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I've been kind of laughing at this stock, but it's been actually doing really, really, really good. And that ticker, ladies and gentlemen, is CAMT, semiconductor play. This is a stock that honestly, it's long due what it's doing right now. It's long due. I mean, if you look up any kind of semiconductor play, and the one penny stock, I mean, in terms of the ones that started off, 2016 below $10 a share, many of them have already gotten their gains and are still getting more gains. But what got left behind was CAMT. What got left behind was CAMT, and one you guys know I bring up a lot is STM. STM was that semiconductor play that started below $5 a share, and now is trading at $16 a share. It was at $5 back in April of 2016. Now a year later, over a year later now, we're looking at $16 for the stock STM. Well, CAMT, and again, a semiconductor play, same industry as STM, is now, for whatever reason, gotten hot. All right. With a very strong 7% move today. 2 days ago, that was a 9% move. And it's continuing to surge real strongly here, even in the midst of a slight pullback today overall in the markets. You know what I'm saying? Slight pullback overall in the markets. Yes, Kenneth, that's the ticker. That's the ticker, Kenneth. That's the one that's going to be pumped. Charles Walker. Okay, all right, good. All right. Appreciate that, Paul Jasmine. First time on the show. All right, let's take a look at some other tickers here you guys are bringing up. SQNS, another semiconductor play that's rallying, down 4% today. So that one looks like that moves real closely with the Qs. As you guys already saw today, was a slight pullback on the market. Nothing to really be too concerned with. I've already heard some people using the word correction. That's not, today was not a correction. A correction is when we start losing 1, 2, 3% or more intraday. Then you got to start talking, is there a possible correction starting here? For example, when May 17th happened, where you lost 3% on the market, CNBC and a couple other people started throwing that word around. And then the next day, it practically disappeared after we had guys come in and dip by the run. And sure enough, we're almost $10 from that original quote-unquote correction. Yes, indeed. Charles Walker said you missed my music. Need a life soon. You said you lost $500 today. Could have made $3,000 on Bank of America. Let me see what was going on with Bank of America. Bank of America lost 0.8%. I'm guessing you were probably doing options on this. Here's Bank of America at 22.23. Again, no penny stock here. I think it's got over a $200 billion market cap on Bank of America. All right. And again, you know, you had a slight pullback today on the markets. We'll see how things overreact or react, I should say, rather, tomorrow. BVTK. I know. Are you the guy who's promoting BVTK? Add to Leon. I mean, not saying you're part of it, but are you in the stock or something like that? Because somebody's going around on my videos and slapping BVTK ticker all over my videos. And look, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that might have been a way to get people to buy the stock. But now, if anything, you scare people away when you do that. Not saying that it was you. I'm just saying, you know, when people do that now, it actually pushes people away from the thing. BVTK up 12%. 0018 is where it reached at today. I don't know. I won't call it a breakout, but it's definitely above some recent highs here on BVTK, as you can see here on the daily chart. We'll see what happens with that. My trade today was... what did I trade today? I can't even remember the ticker. My trade today... Oh, am I really going to have to pull up? Let me see here. 1 second, guys. You know, when you've been dealing with so many damn tickers. And by the way, I'm going to post, as you guys already know, I've been posting all my trades. So I'm going to post that trade as soon as I get off the show. What did I fucking trade today? NIHD. Sorry, NIHD. My move today was NIHD on the open. I actually missed the high, but it ended up fading and got a piece of the move on that. So you'll see that trade today after the show. I'll post that on Twitter. Shout out to Bill Betts and a couple other people who've been following me now on Profitly and decided to join the club and being transparent on the trades, winners and losers. So shout out to Bill Betts. Yeah, Astrid, I saw you bring up AZFL today. AZFL, old runner. An old runner that kind of got quiet these last couple weeks, but all of a sudden I did see some attention being shown AZFL's way. Here's the AZFL on the daily chart. So as you can see here, very, very, very bearish from its previous highs. Look at that. I got to take out the 200-day moving average because with it on there, I can't even see the chart. It's so beat up. But take the 200 off the screen, and as you can see here, again, very, very, very bearish. It had a decent run a couple weeks ago in the beginning of May, then came all the way back crashing down. With today's move, though, I mean, that was insane. I don't know what that was today. 125% gain today in AZFL. Huge one-day move for the stock. Look at that. Look at the size of that candlestick, and how it just engulfs multiple days. And I mean, in terms of the volume too, as well. So obviously, somebody sent out an email, or 2 or 3 or 4, and got a lot of people excited about AZFL as their stock of the day. And sure enough, that responded accordingly on that bid. Did I pick up AMRS today? No, I did not pick up AMRS today. AMRS reverse split today. So the stock reverse split became tradable again today. And it was practically doing nothing. If here's the 5-minute chart in AZFL. All right, so you had a little bit of a spike because, you know, the float is now nice and low, and obviously there was no support for these higher prices. It came back down, and it was pretty much trending all day. Here's the 5-minute chart. Let me get the 50 out of here. Hold on. Yeah, let me get the 50 out of here. So it was pretty much trending all day, nothing special, and then somebody must have sent some kind of alert because the shorts got caught today in AMRS, and I mean, you can just look in the chart and see where they were running for their lives. As you can see here was that gap, which was caused by a halt, at around 15:30, 3:30 or so today. It was at 3:15. I think it was 3:15. There was a halt on AMRS. You can look that up. The stock halted due to volatility, so it wasn't any paperwork issue or anything like that. When there's extreme volatility, you'll get a halt, and it's typically, you know, a 2-minute, 3-minute halt, something like that. Anyway, the halt got taken off, and the stock continued to go up. Everybody was expecting a crash, including me. I had even thought about getting into the stock, but, you know, no shares were available, and continued to go higher. And we actually closed near the high of the day, as you can see there on the screen. The high of the day was 364. We closed at 360. Highly volatile stock. So this is definitely one you're going to be watching tomorrow. I've got a couple other ones that started running right after the end of the market. But AMRS, incredible move from 290 to 364. Almost putting up $1 in power hour. Pretty insane move there. So AMRS has got to be on your watch list tomorrow. I just mentioned a stock that's running for whatever reason after hours. I do believe there was news just released on it. Dragon Wave, DRWI, Dragon Wave. It is up after hours. Let me see here. For whatever reason. In fact, let me see, what was that last on DRWI? What's the last price on that? 92 cents right now. So closed at 64 cents. After hours, DRWI at 92 cents. So huge gap up opening tomorrow. Possibility in DRWI. Check out the news. I do see here they got a contract of some sort. Don't have time to read it now, but definitely take a look at DRWI. Be careful on this one. Definitely check the daily chart and see. I do believe overall it is a pretty bearish play. Yes, indeed it is. Where's my 200? Obviously, okay. So you actually crossed the 200 with the move after hours. So we'll see how the market respects that move tomorrow. As you can see here in the gray area, we are after hours right now. Evolution of Jay, you said you love stocks about to hit $1. Yeah, that's a huge mark. We talked about that here before. You know, the $1 move is always pretty sensitive. We had that again today in NIHD. NIHD. I keep messing that ticker up. NIHD, where you had the stock move very aggressively pre-market above $1, opened up. Actually got as high as the 120s but couldn't hold, came back and fought with 98, 99 cents for quite a while until finally breaking below $1, and that was resistance pretty much for the rest of the day. What's going on, Izzy Jules? CVNA, Carvana. Yeah, shout out to Carvana. You know, they put up record results after hours today. So yeah, that's a huge one. Not the cheapest penny stock in the world, $9.58 a share. But I never thought that people would be interested in buying their cars online. But when you're talking about new cars, you pretty much have to understand that you pretty much know it's going to work. It's going to drive good. But I've always thought you test drive it because you still want to enjoy how it feels. And if you like the way, you know, it feels under your control. But looks like our generation and many older people are like, fuck it, I'm just going to order my car online, sight unseen. I've been told there is some kind of warranty involved, so I don't know how many days they get, but regardless, they put up record revenue of $159 million for the quarter. That's insane. I didn't think people were buying cars online like that. But has anybody in here bought their car online? I mean, sight unseen like that? I can't see the float for whatever reason. Equity Feed, shout out to Equity Feed, sponsors the show. Get 2 weeks free, best scanner in the world, equityfeed.com, no credit card required. OMVS, let's take a look at OMVS. Love these tickers you guys are bringing up. Good tickers today. On the Move Systems Incorporated, OTC stock. Yeah, this one has definitely moved before. This is actually a one that's got pretty decent share structure from what I remember. Let me see if I can look this one up. OMVS. Right now, let me see here. 4.5 million. Yep. Thought it was something low like that. 4.5 million on the float on OMVS. Yeah, this is a mover right here. This is definitely a mover right here. It spiked before, if I'm correct. Yeah, here we go. That's why. There we go. OMVS from May. A couple times in March. Looks like a couple attempts in April. But OMVS, look at that. Last 2 days, pretty good. 51% move today above a recent top, as I just said back in May. We'll see how that continues on. Up 51% today. You saying 20 million float? Yeah, I'm seeing less than 5, man. I'm seeing 4.6. 4.6 is the float. Might want to check the 10K on that one, but not bad for OMVS. Regardless, low float OTC stock. You got to love it. You got to love it. I see somebody bringing up ICLD like that's coming back. Is that coming back anytime soon? No real move there on ICLD. I mean, that's a stock you got to, I wouldn't jump on now until it actually starts to do something. Until then, yes, it's a stock people like to buy. It's got a lot of spikeability, but I don't want to be the first one in love with the stock until it actually finds the bottom here. Shout out to the guy who keeps calling up about that stock too, UOIP. I think he's called like 3 days in a row now on UOIP, and I keep telling this guy take his profits. And the ticker is basically proving me wrong every single day as the stock continues to go higher. Another damn near 20% in UOIP. So shout out to that guy, letting everybody know to jump in on this. And congrats to him, man. He's making a killing in it if he ever got in larger. Mr. Lloyd, you're on the air. What's up? Yes, indeed. Dude, I saw it's so funny. You got off the air and I pulled up, and you're absolutely right, man. They're in triple digits daily over there in Las Vegas. Okay. 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 Hold on. Somebody said there's hold on. There it goes. Okay, can you hear Mr. Lloyd?
Oh.
All right. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Lloyd. Sorry about that. I was recording earlier for my DVD that I'm making, so I blocked out all
Oh,
the background noise, but yeah, here, you're back on, bro.
I don't know how much, I'm going back upstairs, I don't know how much people miss, but basically I went to a show in Las Vegas. It was a hypnotist, and I was kind of skeptical, man. I've always been skeptical of that type of stuff, and I decided to, since he let 30 people come up on the stage, I decided to take a chance and go up there. So, to make a long story short, man, at the beginning, and I had a few drinks in me, so I was more relaxed and more willing to accept whatever he was going to do. Typically, if you're not relaxed, then you're not going to believe it. But I had a few drinks, man. So, so you say if there's anything that anybody wants to change, like stop smoking or lose weight, just kind of keep it to yourself. But whatever that is that you have in your mind is going to change. So I said, okay, I want to be a better trader.
Mm.
So, we went through the whole routine and stuff, and of course, I would tell you something, man. I felt different when I woke up today.
Okay.
I felt mighty different, and if you've never been hypnotized before, basically it's almost like a trance. You can't really describe it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're still in control of your body, but you're not really in control. But anyway, so I made 2 trades before I left. I was real relaxed, man, and I'm up $340 right now with Priceline and Amazon. So sure enough, it did tank after hours, but it's just the fact that I feel like it helped me. But if you guys ever been hypnotized before, man, I don't know. Have you ever experienced anything like that before?
No, I have never been hypnotized. I'm not interested in ever being hypnotized, man. I just feel like, motherfuckers could call up a spirit or some shit like that, man. I don't fuck with that kind of shit, man.
No, no, it wasn't like that. Actually, man, it was like, I mean, like I said, you are in control. I mean, if I wanted to run off the stage,
Uh-huh.
I mean, there was some stuff that there were people dancing on stripper poles and stuff like that. I mean, I was aware, like, oh, hell no, I ain't gonna be doing shit like that. Yeah. But there was more things I was, not able to be in control of. Like, it's almost like, I don't know, man. But anyways, make a long story short, I made 2 trades based off what I asked for to change, and we'll see how it works, man. But that's all I wanted to say. I ain't gonna hold up the line, but I just wanted to say we'll see how my little spreads work out at the beginning of Smith end of the week.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate it. Thank you
Cool,
for the call,
brother.
Mr. Lloyd.
Thank you, man. All right, have a good one, brother.
Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call, man. That Priceline has been a huge winner for him. Mr. Lloyd does post his trades too on Profitly, and I know Priceline has been a huge winner for him multiple times. It's so funny because I have a ton of torrents on that NLP stuff. So I do like the idea of NLP, which is kind of like self-induced programming. I see Bob Mango, you talking about self-induced stuff. So I like the whole idea of NLP and like programming your mind for success and for wealth and for, all that kind of stuff. And by the way, you guys need to take a look at that NLP stuff because some of that stuff is actually pretty good. I need to take it more seriously, but NLP I'm cool with. But the whole idea of having a stranger just like, put his hands in front of your face and have you repeat shit and all that stuff. I mean, that kind of, I don't know what you're trying to do, homie. You summoning up stuff. And you got some people out here into that Wiccan stuff and into these Norse gods. Yeah, a lot of weirdos out here, man. What's that stock? Somebody put up in the chat room something about a Trump visit. What? I saw that breeze through here. CRSXF. That's a long ass ticker. Damn. CRSXF. Corsa Coal. OTC play. OTC coal company. Bearish as hell. Supposedly, I guess Donald Trump is supposed to be visiting the place. Is that what you're saying? Donald Trump is supposed to be visiting? Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm sure somebody in here will be watching it. Corsa Coal. I figure if Trump is going to visit it, it might be a good time to short that shit. Shit, man. That man can stay away from my company. If I'm a CEO, that's what I stay away from me. But I guess if you're in the coal industry, then it would make sense. CIAO Group up 77% today. Huge volume on today's move here, as you can see here. Where did all that volume come from? Let me know. What's going on, Jay Bino? Bitcoin plays, man. What about Bitcoin plays? BTSC pulled back today. Whoo, that was ugly. Ooh, that's ugly, because I can see here. Look at the size of that wick up top there. Left a lot of people up there at the 20 cents a share. 20 cents a share was the high of the day, and you closed at 11 cents. See what the 5-minute looks like. Wow, that is ugly. Wow, wow, wow. That is ugly. That is pretty ugly, my friend. Yeah, I mean, look. Look at that beautiful bear trap right here, too. You see that beautiful bear trap where you got guys who think it's a dip? Hit the moving averages and just got shitted on. And then they started running for their lives. A lot of people wonder, why do stocks, and that's so funny because it goes into that topic, why do stocks decline faster than they go up? As stocks go up, people tend to take time to decide how much of a position they want to add. They think about the trade, what it'll look like after they make this amount of money or that amount of money. So they slowly add to their position as time goes on. Sometimes intraday, sometimes over the course of several days. So a stock goes up, but sometimes many times very slowly. Whereas when a stock starts to sell off, the decision is immediate to go ahead and liquidate their entire position, because the pain and the emotion of losing money is stronger, right? Is stronger, believe it or not, than the feeling of joy that you get out of watching your trade go up in value. So that is why stocks decline faster than they go up, because you don't have time. Let's take this time. This guy's call. 312, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, sir. How you doing? This is Tow Truck, Chi-Town.
Hey, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, respect. I got 2 tickets for you. They did something strange today that I've never seen before, and actually 2 of them did it, let alone 1. SPRV.
SPRV. All right. Supernova Healthcare Group 0001. All right. So this one, let me look at the daily here. What do you like about this one? I see it's got a few times. It's spiked a couple times, but lately it's been pretty quiet.
Wait, are we in SP as in Paul, R as in Robert, V as in Victor, S as in Sam, SPRV?
Yeah, SPRV, Supernova Healthcare.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's my question. I like the fact of the industry because I think that is the future, and I'm looking at more long-term plays as opposed to, get in, get out.
Okay.
So I'm trying to amass a lot of shares at lower prices.
Okay.
And now this particular ticker and the other one, MDCN, have both been at 0001 for a minute.
Okay.
But then today it jumped up to 001. But both bids and asks remained at 0001. And I was just perplexed on what all that meant.
Let me see here. Well, this one, man, I don't see any recent filings on this one at all. I don't even know if they're even still in business. I do see some movement here back in February, but other than that, I don't even know if they're in, currently still operating. Have you reached out to contact them at all?
That I have not.
Yeah. When you look at some of these OTC plays, one, when you're playing with 0001 stocks, they're all lottery tickets. So they can hit tomorrow, they can hit next year, they can hit next month. Understand that, you could put your money in this and it could be stuck there. You may not be able to ever get your money out.
I get it.
Sure,
I totally get that. My question is, it closed at 001. That was an increase of 900%.
I don't know why I'm not seeing that, though. I see it here still at 0001. What are you using to look it up?
I used TDI Ameritrade, and then I used the second verification, OTCmarkets.com.
Yeah, because I'm on OTC markets and I'm seeing 0001
Okay,
as
look
the
at
price.
MDCN because it was the same with that. They were both up 900% according to my app.
MDCN. And that's N as in Nancy or M as in Mary?
M as in Mary, D as
M.
in dog, C as in cat, N as in Nancy.
Medican Enterprises. All right, so this one I see here at 0010 up 900%.
Right.
But volume is only 400. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. So either somebody, I don't know. That's let me see, 2.4.
See, that's
Yeah,
wanky, right?
yeah, that's some funny business, man. But this looks like another stock that's got a ton of floating shares out here. Uh, yeah, MDC, and obviously I wouldn't be the guy who buy it at that level, but looks like somebody took a position in the stock today, and now that's basically what the bid and ask is. That's what they're looking for. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be the guy who's buying that price, but there was some action in the stock today, but yeah, just be careful on that one. But honestly, man, I don't know anything about these companies or why that would even happen like that.
Yeah, I was confused. It was not only one, but it was the other ticker as well. But I do appreciate your time and all the knowledge you spend and you give us out here.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right on.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Chicago. Hope you guys figure it out over there. MDCN, yeah, I mean, volume was only 400, so there was action. And hell, maybe that's just where the bid and ask is right now. So it is what it is. OHGI. That was another stock that I was looking to do something in today. Had a huge range, couldn't hold it as well. Here's the daily chart, 5-minute action today. Huge spike in the morning, man. Wow, this is, I love seeing stuff like this because, for those of you guys who know how to take advantage of these moves, I know you're making a killing on these moves like that. I mean, when it opens up at 68 cents, right? And literally doubles, getting to a high of over, what was the high? 179. I mean, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. And again, I'm on the 5-minute chart, so it's not like there wasn't time for you to get in. I mean, each candlestick is 5 minutes, so there's quite a bit of time till you got up to $1.80. I don't go long because I suck at it, but for those of you guys who are good at it, I have no doubt you probably made a killing on this one today if you were paying attention. OHGI, huge stock to make some good money on. 919. Bats, what's up, man?
Hey, Sal, how's it going?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah, today's going to be a very short call. Wanted to make you guys aware of Canadian gold. So I didn't get to trade today. I'm out on the road. I'm at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Tennessee. So it's been a busy week, but managed to look at the end of the day and noticed an interesting phenomenon. Gold was up today. I mean, not American gold, but Canadian and South African gold. So what I noticed is that if you go to FinViz, and just for today alone, if you pick industry and you pick gold and you pick up at least 5%, you will get a hit of about 27 stocks where gold is at least up by 5%. What's interesting about that is 21 of the 27 companies are all Canadian. So they're all up with a range of about anywhere from 5% to as high as, let me just check that, to 14%.
Yeah.
So 21 of 27 are Canadian, 5 of those are South African, and only 1 is from the U.S.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be interesting for just like a watch list for continuation for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny you bring that up, Bats, because, I couldn't explain it when I saw how gold was up so well today. I mean, I I saw a couple stocks here that are under $1 up huge too. GSS under a dollar, up almost 10 cents a share today, up almost 15% on GSS. Banro, BAA, one that I absolutely despise the stock, but up almost 14% today on BAA. IAG,
yeah, the second highest.
Right. IAG is another one. This one's a lot more stable, definitely a lot more volume. IAG, IM Gold, up almost 13% there at 506. So incredible amount of volume coming into all of these gold plays. Obviously, you know, all of them kind of have to be on the watch list tomorrow if we continue to see more red days coming, you know, in the near future.
Absolutely, but what I can't explain is why American gold isn't up. I know JNUG did pretty well. There were a couple of ETFs, you know, the 3X miners, gold, whatever. A couple of those were up, including JNUG and maybe NUGT. But in terms of individual companies, I don't know why it's simply Canadian and South African gold. And I noticed this maybe a couple of years ago when the markets weren't doing too well. Canadian and South African gold tended to do well. I don't know if it was the stock market, was the Dow down today, or was it up?
Well, the market overall, for the most part, was down slightly today. And here's the thing, because you know, the Alberta region of Canada, that's where predominantly most of your gold specialists, engineers, and whatnot come from. They have a long history of gold mining in that part of the continent. So, you know, you got engineering universities just based on, you know, how to dig for gold and minerals like oil and whatnot. So you see a lot of engineers come out of that area, the Alberta region. But with that being said, man, I think a lot of these companies too, as you said, they're Canadian companies. Obviously, they have operations all over the world. But again, that's you know, could be a reason for that.
Yeah, so what I'll do for the group right now is I'll send a direct link to that screener on FinViz, and then you guys can pick whatever you want to watch. But I thought it was interesting that Canadian gold was the one that was predominantly up today. Yeah. So I'm not saying have a watch list of 27. I don't know how many of us can watch 27 stocks at one time, but at least you can put like notifications if there's a gap up or a move above today's close on those stocks. And yeah, I'm sending that link out now, and that's all I have for you guys today. Just look out for Canadian gold tomorrow.
There it is. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Bats.
Thanks, Sal. Take care.
All right. So shout out to Bat Scientists, having you guys take a look at gold tomorrow. If we continue to see lower prices in the marketplace, might be an opportunity for you to hedge those gains that you've experienced, those hopefully most of you, as stocks decline. Yeah, I mean, Kenny Dutton was talking about, you're like me, when is this over? I can't wait till this is all over. I want this, you know, this rally is ridiculous. I mean, we're getting to loony land now. I mean, really, it's just getting ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm ready for the market to be the stock market again, where you had really good bad days and really good days, and you know what I'm saying, a regular market. I mean, this bullshit is, you know, because CNBC, they just start talking reckless. I don't know if you guys watch it during the day. They just start talking hella reckless when it starts rallying. You know, just making shit up. And Bats did put the link in the chat room. His FinViz screener is now in the chat room, so you can go take advantage of that. Life 4A TV, you said this is great. Yeah, yeah, it's absolutely great. If you got a ton of money, you've made a lot of money. You've made a lot of money if you had money. See, rallies only benefit people who've got a lot of money because they can take advantage of it. And the higher and higher it goes, the more money they can make because they can afford to take bigger and bigger positions. All right? And sure, as the little guy, you get to win here and there, but you're not winning like they're winning. You're not winning like they're winning. You know? And as somebody who was born in the 80s, I didn't have the benefit of being able to get into McDonald's at $4 a share. So the Warren Buffetts of the world and that generation, they're the winners. We're not winning, for the most part. If you're under 40 years old and you got less than 100,000 liquid to play with over the last 3-4 years, you're not really winning. And I'm talking about not as a day trader. I'm talking about somebody who's like participating in the stock market the way the average person does. I'm not talking about sitting at a computer day trading. That's why I want the huge crash. Because then you get to be able to be someone like a Warren Buffett or something like that, where that generation gets to take advantage of a post-war economy that was growing at leaps and bounds, and all these companies, and then you get to put in your 2 cents here and there, so that over time then you can be able to profit off some smart moves. But those prices have to come down for you to take advantage of that. Absolutely. Yeah. So when those prices come down, then you snatched up the best of the best that nobody wants, so that 20-30 years from now you can be in a position to really be winning. Kenny Dutton, you said stop that age discrimination shit. No, it's not age discrimination. It's just when I look back on some people and I'm like, man, you were 18 years old when Amazon went public. Why didn't you do something? You were 30 years old when Amazon went public 20 years ago. What? I'm thinking myself as a 30-year-old man, I'm seeing this company go public that sells products online. I'm going to have the wherewithal to say, man, I'm going to put some money in here. If you bought into Amazon when Amazon went public now at $10,000, you're a millionaire already. You're a millionaire already. But let's not live too much in the past. 251, you're on the air. What's up?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's up, Anthony?
Not much. NAK, what happened with that run this morning?
Man, you tell me, bro. You called up yesterday. The stock was looking good. We pulled up the chart. NAK was looking very nice. It closed up near the high of the day. You opened up today at 181, and then all of a sudden, what happened at the open today, man? It was horrible.
I don't know, but if I get that move stock guard got down, where that move opened up, that's where you would have made your money at.
Yeah.
It's like they did a lot of short selling.
Yeah.
It's like they shorted it after that.
That was horrible. Yeah, I do see here you got at the open, you did push up a little bit higher to 197. Let me see here where their open was at. Let's go take a look at the 1 minute chart. So, okay, I see here at the open, there was a slight push to the 190s, but you just didn't have any buyers up there, man, and it came crashing down. And everybody, who was in it yesterday decided to start taking profits, and sure enough, you ended up closing down almost 7% on the day.
Yeah. That's weird, man, but that's how the market works. But
so, tell me, what do you want to do now, Anthony? Are you still holding, or what's your plan for this?
Oh yeah, I'm still holding. Matter of fact, I'm waiting for it to drop back down to that 140. I'm probably add to it. So
okay,
I'm gonna build it up. I'm building that account up. So.
Right. Oh no, I understand. But what's the end goal? I think I've asked you this before. Spark my memory here. Is there a particular price or event you're working for?
Not per se. I'm just looking at trying to secure a good position, a foothold when everything do kick off. I'll be the man holding the shares, and I can sell them off whenever I see fit.
Okay.
It's nothing like a.
Okay.
How I'm trying to say, nothing I'm just trying to make a quick buck on and, get rid of. That's why I'm looking at these other tickers everybody bringing up. I could, do a little day trading in that and get in and get out,
Yeah.
And make $2. But this is like a long term.
Right.
So I'm holding. I'm holding.
Absolutely, man. We'll see what happens, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, Anthony.
All right, son.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Anthony. He's got a plan, man. He's sticking to it. He has got a plan and he's sticking to it. And sure enough, man, if he were to sell like tomorrow, then the shit gets, approved, or the EPA comes out and says, go ahead, NAK, we don't care. And then that shit gets all the way back to the 340s, or it breaks out. That's how it happens too many times. Too many times. I've seen a couple stocks here just going to Pluto lately here. These are, WNIS, not the cheapest stock in the world, okay? This is a large, I don't want to call it a large cap, but definitely a big-ass company. Look how ugly this chart is. And now, the last 3 days in the stock, I mean, today the stock was up $41 a share. How do you go up $41 a share in one day? But that's exactly what happened today at the open. And WNIS. I've never seen a stock this high double up during the day. I was watching this. I mean, the volume wasn't even that great. I mean, the volume wasn't even that crazy great. But the fact that people were buying it like this, that was fire. That was fire to see. We've seen stocks here go to 2 to 4, 6 to 12, 1 to 3, but 40 to 81? That was crazy. That was crazy. WSHE, Evolution of J. Yeah. We were talking about the internet generation. See that the whole .com buzz thing. I wasn't able to take advantage of that. Most of you in the chat room were not able to take advantage of the so-and-so.com going public, Let me see here. But at the same time, I'm very grateful that I live in a time where, you can trade stocks at $4.95. I mean, you can go on YouTube right now and pull up commercials where they're talking, per trade fee only $49.99. I'm looking at it like, what? They were paying $49.99 per trade. So the game was locked out, man. The game was locked out. And we're talking about, 96, 95 prices. So that's $50 per trade in 1996. In 1994, 1993, All right, EGO, Eldorado Gold, up almost 7%. Volume 9.3 million shares. Yep, that's that part of that gold rally that was today, man. That was part of that gold rally. This is a stock that I have been watching. As you see here, I got an alert set at 329 for the breakout of back up to a very interesting support level at 329. See if it can hold it. And a good breakout possibly at that 359. But again, gold's got to come back first. EGO follows GLD very closely. Very, very closely. Infamous Diva C. Let me see here. John from Florida called it on GFI. Yeah, man. Shout out to John from Florida. Man. I don't know what he was seeing it, but yeah, absolutely GFI and Vivas. VVUS, I remember those are the tickers. VVUS continuing at supernova looking pattern right there. Look at that. And this is a daily chart. This is not an intraday chart, ladies and gentlemen. This is a daily chart. Beautiful supernova looking pattern here. Biopharma play looking insane here as we hit now above 83, long over, long hot on the RSI. And look, it doesn't mean that it can't stay up there. And by the way, I just read in an awesome book that I've been reading because you guys know trading can be kind of dull as you kind of wait for your trades to do something. This is an old book, but I found it in thrift store, and it's called The Science of Technical Analysis. And it's got some really good stuff in it, little tips and tricks and whatnot. But the guy explains how, when a stock goes on the RSI and stays above 65 for at least 5 days, that could mean that pattern will continue, but you will see almost guaranteed a pullback in the play. But you can be assured that the stock will again return back to that previous RSI high. But again, you've got to have the stock actually be at an overbought number for at least 5 days. Yeah, press that like button. Everybody press that like button. All right. But read books, man. I mean, the videos that we watch on YouTube and stuff are good, but I've noticed that the real deep game is in books, man. And again, I've given you guys the link to the free library online, the Traders Library. It's got like 600 books for free for you to download, all about investing. Traders Library. So just pull that link up and download a book or two. And I've noticed that I don't do a good job of reading books on my computer. But what I did is I went out and got a little cheap Walmart tablet, and I send the books to the tablet. And I just take my tablet and I crush it on my tablet, or unless I have the physical, form of the book. But I can't sit at my computer and read because I'm just going to end up on YouTube or working on something else. GLEC, Global Oncology Corporation, up 144%. Again, here's another huge candlestick there. You don't want to see that. You really don't want to see that on OTCs because that's a rejection of those higher prices. And typically what happens is that high on that wick ends up becoming a very strong resistance point. Let's see what the 5-minute chart for the day was. Let me see here. Is this the 5-minute? Yeah, this is the 5-minute for today's move. As you can see here. Okay, now that I look at the 5-minute, it actually doesn't look too bad. This is the 5-minute. It actually doesn't look too bad because you really didn't. It wasn't like a sudden move and then it went away. Looks like volume just kind of dried up. And it all came through midday for whatever reason. And volume just kind of dried up and you end up closing there in that 0033. And as we talked about here, you want to stay in a very strong, stock with a lot of buyers and sellers because that's the most efficient market is a market with a lot of buyers and sellers. You get the best prices. And when markets dry up like this and you don't have enough buyers, you don't have enough, liquidity in the stock, shit like this happens, where a few sellers can really, damage what was, a really good day for the stock. So that 144 on the day should probably be like 180, 190. All right. IBRC being brought up here by Kenny Dutton. IBRC on the ticker, OTC play, iBrands 0009. 0009 iBrands. What do we have here? Never heard of this one. IBRC. Yeah, I'm not. Let me see here, man. I'm not liking the way this is setting up here, bro. If I'm getting a triple, I like triples that like aren't running. or ran and have sold off. But this stock, it's still running, it's still got volume, and it's selling off. So I'm not jumping into the play like this. You remember, you got to get into that sweet spot, baby. The sweet spot is when, especially in OTCs, is when the stock ain't doing shit. That's the sweet spot. Because whatever comes into the stock from then on, you benefit. That's why as a promoter, you're looking for stocks that ain't doing shit. That's got stupid low float. The sellers are, for the most part, gone. It's got a clean level 2. And that's a stock that's ready to go. You can work with a guy who's trying to, push a stock like that. Yeah, that looks horrible. That looks horrible. You said ever since they announced the game was working with them, IBRC has plummeted. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that looks horrible. Let me see here. Who's talking about CLE? CLE. I'm not seeing a CLE for the U.S. I see a Canadian CLE, but we don't look at Canadian stocks here. CNXS. Again here, Mike Tyson Bitcoin down 5%. Let me just look at the daily chart because, these OTCs have the ugliest intraday charts ever. We've seen some pretty ones before when they've got volume, but for the most part, they've got some really ugly looking intraday charts. Here's the daily chart for CNXS. Down 4%. This is your second red day here. You actually were down a lot lower than that. Got to as low as 0013. But got some guys in there to get in there and buy those dips. Oh, CIE. Okay, CIE. That I know is a NASDAQ play. CIE, Cobalt International Energy. And it's so funny because there were actually quite a few energy companies that ran today. Thank you for bringing that up. There were actually quite a few energy companies that ran today. Cobalt Energy. This looks like it's possibly an RSI situation here. As you can see, the stock has been depressed for quite a while. Again, I just got done talking to you guys about how, when the RSI reaches certain levels and it stays at those levels for multiple days, it will eventually quench itself and move higher, but it will eventually come back to that original either overbought or oversold level. And you can see that on stocks that are really, really hot and stocks that are, really, really oversold. If it stays in that level for more than 5 days and comes back, 9 times out of 10, it's going back to that level. And you can check daily charts to confirm that. And CIE, not bad here, but I mean, as you can see, the primary trend is very, very bearish. Stock is only going for 29 cents. So if you're willing to take the risk here, be careful. A 4% move today, up 15%, but a 4% move the wrong way. If you're not careful, you can lose a lot of money on that. All right. And by the way, I just mentioned there were some other oil companies that ran. I did watch A&W today. That's another oil company I've been watching. Agent Marine Petroleum Network. It's an oil and gas refining stock. This one is a very bearish play that's cooling down, that I'm thinking could be, again, just cooling off a little bit to come back to resell, because we do know that oil and gas has been horrible. Crude has been just terrible right now. I think we're at $47 a barrel. This is a commodity that I remember back in January of 2016, the head of Bank of America and this division had said he predicted $70 oil. He predicted $70 oil. So to see where we are now, this is incredible. And the excuses that they're giving is, well, supply, there's still too much supply, demand is weak, blah, 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 and trouble in the Middle East. That's basically what the excuse is. ZN, yeah, ZN is another one. Thank you for bringing up ZN. ZN is another one, oil and gas play that was up today. ZN is another one. I actually like this stock because it's a $1.79. Pretty liquid for a stock that's not talked about very much. Here's the daily chart. Now ZN is running because they began drilling. This is a Israeli oil company, by the way. Is it based out of Israel? I know their headquarters in Israel. I don't know if they're drilling. Yeah, okay, yeah, they are drilling in Israel. I'm just reading the article now. They are drilling in Israel. So just keep an eye on that one, you know, because you already know they about the money. All right. HUSA. Shout out to Tyson Batts for HUSA, man. He's making a killing on this one. Again, Tyson Batts had brought up HUSA, I want to say almost a week ago now. He's brought up HUSA almost a week ago.
Crossover. Yes.
Yes, indeed, man. This is all net for Tyson Batts on HUSA, Houston American Energy. Up 10% today alone. This is a daily chart, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. From June 1st to where you are now, you really popped off here at what, 42 cents? So in a matter of a week, you've gone from 42 to 63 cents. So shout out to Tyson Batts. Do I have the link to download Steve Neeson's candlestick chart seminar? I do. You can find that on Pirate Bay, dude. Just Google Pirate Bay. If you got a, obviously you already have a torrent. You should have already, go download BitLord or uTorrent or something like that, and type in Steve Neeson over there at Pirate Bay, and it'll pull right up. BTCS. Yeah, we talked about BTCS a little bit. Again, I mean, up 9% today, 9 cents a share. I mean, it is what it is. It's running right now. Bitcoin's hot, so people are loving the affiliation, and they want to be a part of it. So, not much to say besides that. No, I've never changed my IP to download anything on Pirate Bay. So, I don't know. People are real serious about the whole IP thing. I ain't tripping on it, man. Ain't. For me, I've downloaded hundreds of movies and videos. Well, now I don't download movies because I got the Fire Stick shit, that Kodi stuff. But when it comes to, stock market stuff and finance books and whatever it is, look, they're not going to come after you for that shit, okay? But if you're paranoid and you want to buy that hide IP bullshit, by all means, go ahead. BTCS. As we just talked about, up 10%. Not bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still got my $50. I still got my $50 in RCHA, and I'm not doing anything with it, man. I still got my $50 in there. It is what it is. When it gets that nice little move, I can make 300, 400% on my money. When it gets to 0005 or 0006, whenever that is, I'll take my money and go. Because that's just $50 I'm going to waste on some bullshit anyway. That's how you play these triples. STLY. Let me see here. Stanley Furniture up $1.25. Okay, I didn't think Stanley Furniture is actually pretty large chain. I wouldn't have expected them to be this cheap. $1.25. I haven't checked what's going on with the furniture business. 702, you're on the air. What's up? 702, you're on the air. What's up? All right.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
All right, take care. It's a retail play? Yeah. I would consider it so. And by the way, a lot of those retailers are great shorts, by the way, especially there's a men's clothing store. I'm trying to find the ticker. I lost it this morning. It's a men's clothing company that's publicly traded. And I gotta find that ticker again. But they're shitting on themselves. Let me see here. JNUG, CIAC, GLBS. Yeah, what's going on with all the shippers today? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see the moves today? Dries, Tops, GLBS, they all ran today. And by the way, that pump that I told you guys that was going to happen today, FAGI, FAGI. Let me see here. No. That's the promo. That's a marijuana place. Excuse me. I got another pump email that was for SHIP, SHIP. SHIP is getting promoted this week too. So the Baltic Dry Index, I guess, is going haywire right now. So there's GLBS. Dries is running. Again, both of them are just so depressed. Look at this, man. I can't even pull these because it's so damn beat up. Let me get rid of, look how beat up these stocks are. I got to get rid of all these moving averages just to see them properly. They're so beat up. 210 on Dries. GLBS. The other one was Tops with a good day today. So check the Baltic Dry Index. I guess that's running. SHIP is the one that's being promoted. SHIP, huge 7% day today. So yeah, all the shippers hot today on all that. So you got to watch that tomorrow. Obviously, out of all of them, I like Dries because that's the one the market is still somewhat retarded to, because even if the stock is going down, people hit the bid on Dries. So if Dries starts to run tomorrow, I want to be in Dries because people buy that even when it's going down. So I'm going to be a part of that. If Dries runs, I'm going to be looking for the top on there. MOSY. Somebody bringing up MOSY crazy. What's going on MOSY? Semiconductor play. Yeah, we talked about the semiconductors. We talked about the semiconductors going nuts. We got MOSY, CAMT, these really kind of dirtbag semiconductor plays. And, let's be honest, any stock under $1 is there for a reason, man. They've got some real issues. If you're a company that trades under $1. Obviously, we're not there for the investment purposes of long term. But, man, this has moved 34% today alone. Let's see a continuation here tomorrow, man. I'd love to see that. Let me see. Can I put the 200 back on here? Ooh, look at that, man. There's where the 200 is. The 200 moving average is at $3.70. So this has been getting beat up for a very, very long time. Look at the last time it saw the 200 moving average was back in October of 2016. That was the last time this thing ever touched the 200 moving average. So it's been struggling. It's got a lot of spikeability though. But as you can see, after huge spikes, it doesn't hold its gains. So that continuation may not ever happen, because I'm looking at candlesticks where you get a similar move like you did today with a lot of volume, or above average volume rather, and the very next day it's shitting on itself. And that's, let's be honest, the more likely situation to occur, because the overall primary trend is negative. And you do understand that most stocks 70 to 80% of the time trade with their trends, and will only break trends 20 to 30% of the time, but eventually come back to trading to their primary trends. So if a stock is bullish most of the time and you've got one bad red day, you can bet that it's probably going to go back green relatively shortly. We've got MOSY on the screen. You like what you see with today's action, but over the course of a couple days, or maybe as soon as tomorrow, as I just said, more than likely the stock is going to start losing again. DRWI safe tomorrow before selling off? Well, I don't know. You might have to time that up. We talk about stock got in his gap and go strategy, that makes a perfect situation for stocks like DRWI and OHGI and a lot of these other tickers we looked at today, where you play the market open, and that's pretty much it. If you're not careful, it's game over for you if you hang in those stocks too long. And DRWI is it could be possibly another perfect example of that. It's at 65 cents now. If you check the tickers now, it's at 92 cents after hours. So you're going to have a gap opening, if it stays, of about 30 cents. About 30 cents. So that's, pretty large to begin with. But there's no doubt you're going to have people hit the stock at the open as well. And who knows how far it can go before, more than likely coming back down. Yes, indeed. That's why when we talked about, let me go back here. OHGI. Here's a perfect example of OHGI. This 9 times out of 10 is probably going to crash tomorrow. It's probably going to crash tomorrow. OHGI. It's a stock above $1. Tomorrow you might get a squeeze. We thought we were going to get a squeeze today in CLSN, but it didn't happen. We just got done talking about trends. As you can see here's CLSN again, very bearish stock. You had the pretty good day yesterday in the stock. It was up pretty good. It washed out, but 4.1 million on the float. I expected a good squeeze tomorrow, but buyers did not show up on CLSN. I was shocked. 4.1 million on the float. I'm thinking chat rooms are going to be all over this one to squeeze the shit out of people. And now I'm mad because I'm thinking like, damn, I should have grabbed, some shares yesterday and held overnight, because this is a beautiful short. You can short better than this. The company didn't release any news, nothing. Typically sometimes the company will help you out by releasing some news, right, to help shorters overcome any kind of overnight action, right? But CLSN, man, people didn't show up. All right, and for a perfect example of what I just said about companies helping you out after hours was SPI. SPI, if you guys remember, here was the situation at SPI where you had the stock rally. Day one, closed. Next day, rally. Then it sold off. Then a lot of shorts decided to hold this overnight. And they got killed the very next day when SPI released some bullshit news about them possibly selling, because they didn't even say it was a done deal, some assets to a British company. And then you had the huge gap up opening, so scaring the shit out of people in the morning. And if you knew what you were doing again on the gap up opening, eventually it washed out. And it's been able to find some support, man. I've been marking and watching the stock. That 134 is a real interesting support line for the stock, man. That 134. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you get a retest there, it'd probably be a good time to buy. And, who knows? But SPI, a bullshit company, by the way. This is the OTC stock not too long ago. This stock was trading on the OTC market as SPOW. You can look up all the old ass bullshit articles about that. And as I said on that video, they got uplisted back in January, and they've been running pumps practically all year. And of course, the SEC doesn't give a damn because they're about collecting fees too. SGYP, somebody saying SGYP was a great short today. SGYP, you got to be careful with this one, man, because this SGYP company, they actually have a real product that they're working on that people actually kind of like. So just be very careful on that. And also, social media wise, they actually have a good, strong following. I remember tweeting out some shit about SGYP. Man, they came after me so damn quick. I'd never seen that many people hit up my Twitter that quick when I talk about a company. What do you mean it's going to go down? You're going to get crushed. You know how they come at you on Twitter. And if you look at my Profitly, I actually tried to short this, but I was a little bit late, so I got out and I lost like $12 on the trade. It was a bad entry. I just forgot about the stock since then because they actually do got some real shit going on. And as you can see, it's got quite some decent support here, so just be careful on that one. Did Stock God get booted? No. What do you mean he got booted? Yeah, Stock God's got a family, man, so I know he's in the chat room. He kind of dips in here and there. Absolutely no. We appreciate all his contributions here. And shout out to Sean Deckmar. Sean Deckmar is going to be here on Thursday. You guys know I don't have a Wednesday show. So Thursday, Sean Deckmar of Deckmar Trades is going to be in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really looking forward to speaking with him. He's been doing some really good stuff with his trading and education company, Deckmar Trades. They're offering 2 weeks free right now. For you to experience what they're doing over there. He's been hitting it out of the park with his alerts. They had a couple of days where they went, 4 for 4, meaning all 4 alerts that they put out all hit green and decent green. So I want to speak with Sean on Thursday, and I want to get his background, what got him into trading, how much he start with, his methodology behind his madness, and how he started his education company and what his goals and plans are. So, and of course, how does he trade? Looking forward to that. Money Stay Woke. Yeah, we talked about WNIS, man. We talked about that. Incredible. What? Hold on. Stock guy just got kicked out of Discord. The heck? Oh man, you guys are going crazy. What's going on? Let me see. No, I don't see. Oh, I don't see that shit. Man, you bullshitting. No, I don't see anything like that. I don't see nothing like that. Try getting at Andy Koo. Yeah. I want to get up to Andy Koo. Yeah, Andy Koo. Shout out to Andy Koo. And by the way, I was talking earlier about NLP and programming your mind. Andy Koo, shout out to Andy Koo, living out in Singapore. He's all about that NLP stuff. And a lot of those Asian people from Singapore, Japan, China, they believe in NLP. They don't call it NLP over there, but it's a very similar process. And their children, they literally program their children for success, man, using NLP. They program their children for success. I don't think so, man. Let me go back in there. Y'all, I don't want to, he's one of those guys I want to maintain good relations with because, he's getting really good and, I think he's got a lot of knowledge he can share over time with us. No, he's not. Let me see here, man. 1 second, guys. God damn it. Hold on. Server settings. Bans. No, he's not banned. I don't see him on the ban list. He's good. He's probably taking care of his family or doing something like that. No, he's not on the ban list. There are only 11 people that have been banned out of our chat room. And the only person you might recognize was a guy by the name of Killer Trades. He used to tweet all the time. And then he showed who he really was, started using the N-word in the Discord room. He had to get up out of there. Oh, he got kicked out of another chat. Yeah, okay, yeah. I did see that where he got kicked out of another chat room. Yeah. He got kicked out of that other chat room called, what was that other chat room called? Let me see here. They actually sent me an invitation. I don't go there, though. They corny as hell over there. Trick Trades. Yeah, Trick Trades. Trick Trades is the name of that Discord server. Yeah, I don't know. They kind of corny over there. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's just mad corny over there, man. That's all. Let's see here. What else was hot today that we can look forward to tomorrow? Again, check out gold and silver. If you see that the futures are red, if you see S&P futures, NASDAQ futures pretty red tomorrow, you definitely want to be looking at that gold as a continuation for those moves today. JNUG, if you're looking for the options. Let me see here what other stocks that were pretty good today. Let me see here. And again, I mentioned that CAMT, those semiconductor plays. You know, look at that chart, man. Look at that beautiful 5-minute chart. And this has been going on for a couple of days here. Look at that. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. You know, and then I talked about how when stocks get oversold and stay oversold for multiple days, they will reset and then do what? Come right back. So those dip buys tend to be, you know, let's look at a daily chart for a better representation of that. All right, staying up here for multiple days, reset, comes right back. Beautiful opportunities, man. And you'll see this for multiple days. Here's, again, this is a daily chart, so it's multiple days in here. Hitting that oversold, coming back. Here's your buy opportunity here on the lows, coming right. And then you just blow through this back up into hugely oversold territory. And it's been up here for a while here. This is, what was that? May 9th. So it's crossed above 80 since May 9th and hung over here now almost 30 days. So, you know, a dip, but that dip was, you know, and then what did it do? Come right back to that high on the RSI. Beautiful move here. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. And again, just read about that today. So still learning, still learning. Yes, indeed. Oh, Nikhil was, yeah, he's been here. We were putting out lists. We don't really put out lists anymore. I can't keep track. I mean, we go through so many stocks. You as an individual, and we got some traders that put out their own list. You can, you know, but I can't maintain the listing because I'm going through so many stuff. Yes, indeed. What's up, Cali girl? Q-Tech. Shout out to all the ladies in the chat room. Yeah, we talked about GSS too. You know, kind of one of those gold plays that's up right now. And again, you're only going to get that continuation if you continue to see another down day possibly. Other than that, if we get a green day tomorrow in the NASDAQ and the Dow, look for gold to come right back down. So, you know, it's all a fear thing. Nikhil, you said you trade cryptos. All right. As long as you're making money, I don't care what you trade. As long as you're making money. You know, as long as you're making money. Because you guys know we've been on the show long enough to see guys, they want to trade stocks. And next thing you know, I'm only in the real estate. Next thing you know, I'm only in the insurance. Next thing you know, I'm in Forex. Next thing you know, I'm in, and then they come right back here. And Nikhil, no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you're one of them. I'm not saying that. Please don't tell. I'm just saying that's, you know, we see that so much. A guy who was here 6 months ago all of a sudden show up back in the chat room. Because you know that one of the best opportunities for someone who's not interested in going back to school, doesn't have enough to start an actual business, brick and mortar, your best opportunity to get rich, or at least be able to get enough to pay for a damn vacation, is, you know, active investing and trading. ZNTR 0014 up 130% today. This is the second day in a row of green. Up 130% today. ZNTR. All right, nice move on that one. Yeah, nice move. Nice move from the triples too. And this is why you invest in triples. This is why you invest in triples. And as you can see here, stock wasn't doing anything, right? So this is where you take your little lottery, you know, your lottery position. You know, we talked about the sweet spot that I love to trade where the stock isn't doing anything and you just kind of wait it out. You had a couple moves here from the triple ones and twos to 0005, 6. If you didn't sell, today was your big moment. 0014. So this is a stock that, you know, do the math. 0001 to 0014. And that took how long? Because you were at 001 back May 18th. May 18th. Let me see here. I'm going to calculate that percentage increase because y'all know I love doing that shit. Man, that's why I love these OTCs, man. They're all lottery tickets, but they're lottery tickets that never expire. That's why I love them. You got some money sitting around, you ain't going to do some shit with. Find an OTC play that's been spiked before, did a few things before, but ain't doing shit now. 0014. Wow, that's 1,300%. That's 1,300% in less than 30 days. 1,300% in less than 30 days. Because you see here, May 17th, you were at 0001 on May 17th. So you put your $50. You got 1,300%. You got $650 is your profit. Not bad. Not bad. Even if you didn't get it at the top, that's not bad return for $50 that you had sitting in there. VOIS, yeah, I promoted VOIS a long time ago. I think that video is still up there too. What's going on, the beautiful Coralie in the building? Yes, indeed. Somebody bringing up RNN. Let's take a look at RNN. Yeah, but if I'm the guy who's in that stock ZNTR, you better be taking profits, man. Or you're gonna find yourself back at 0001 real soon, because you got some profit, but that guy who's in there who carried you up, all right, who carried you up, he's gonna take his profit soon, and you don't want to be selling when he's selling, because you ain't gonna get anywhere near 0014. 389. Ticker is RNN. Up, they're actually down 3% today. Biotech play. That's the daily chart. RNN. Don't know anything about it, man, but this is a stock that reverse split. Remember we used to talk about RNN at like 12 cents a share, 11 cents a share. This was a reverse. This was very much like AMRS, by the way. Very much like AMRS. You know, both two stocks that reverse split. Yeah, that Bitcoin is running crazy, man. Shout out to Bitcoin doing its thing, man. You know, you got a lot of scams out there in Bitcoin, though, in regards to what's going on with how to make money in it. Because you've got these programs, especially they're affecting people in our community, where they're going around saying, hey, sign up to this Bitcoin program. Put at least $500 into this program. It's locked in for 60 days, and we'll guarantee you 6% on your money every single day over 30 days. So the promise is that at least minimum of 100% return on your investment. You know, actually 100, 180 or something. It's some ridiculous number like that. But they are promising against 6% a day for 30 days. And in order for you to get that money, you've got to go out and find at least 4 other people to put in to the program as well. And if you don't do that, you don't get that maximum possible return on your investment. It's a huge scam that's affecting, you know, communities where financial education isn't, how can I say this PC way? It isn't, you know, readily available. How about that? AMRS, we just brought it up. Again, down 9% today, but again, a huge pump. Actually up 9%, excuse me. But again, very bearish. This was a reverse split too, by the way. Yeah, it's absolutely a pyramid. Absolutely a pyramid. Let me see here. AMLH, yeah, man. Look, I've been talking to you guys about AMLH for the last several days. And AMLH, you know, a lot of people thought, oh, man, this is a black man behind this company. And shout out to Astrid, you know, a sister who wanted to support a black CEO of a publicly traded company so bad she put some money into this. Young dude, you know, wanted to man, scam is a scam, guys. You've got to understand that the future pumps of this country, you're going to see a lot more Hispanics, going to see a lot more black CEOs, because that's going to be the future pump. That's going to be the future pump. You know, so, you know, look, they're getting in line. They're getting in line. They're getting in line. AMLH. Nice move here. You know, decent day today, 5%, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, I almost feel like I gotta play that. You know, see y'all at the crossroads, man. You know, see y'all at the crossroads, because I don't think y'all coming back. Honestly, I don't see you guys coming back. They're not coming back. Shout out to Billy Ray. Billy Ray, if you guys remember, Billy Ray was the guy who made $89,000 in one day. I had him on the show, a.k.a. the Wolf of Wall Street. ADPTQ, or at the time was just ADPT. He shorted it, and the next day, he shorted the stock huge. I mean, and then the next day, the company announced that they were going bankrupt, and then the stock tanked. He made over $89,000 as the stock went from, I want to say, 12 cents. Was it at 12? 12 all the way down to practically nothing. It was practically nothing. So anyway, the stock gets delisted for a time being, and then they come back as a Q stock, right? They're under bankruptcy now. They're ADPTQ. They trade on the OTC markets. Now, here's the ticker, ADPTQ, which now over the last 30 days is up almost 1,000% from 20 cents a share, where we're now trading at $2.42. Now, you guys know we've been burned here. We've been burned here before on these bankruptcy plays. All right, those of you guys who've been watching this channel for quite a bit, you know we had guys here at the beginning of the show. Hey man, get into these bankruptcy plays and you're gonna make money. You're gonna get money. They fooled me, and I used to be a promoter, and he got me excited about what I could make in it. I lost $600 doing that shit. Well, I think it was Zinc Q or something like that. Anyway, ADPTQ, like Sun Q, like BTUUQ, and many of these other Qs that, you know, get people excited about what possibly could happen if they hit it big. Yeah, SDOCQ. Thank you, Q DeMayo. Yeah. So that's all this situation is. This is all greed right here. This is all greed. And what happened today is that a judge announced that they were willing to allow a commission to decide whether or not the company is going to eliminate its shareholders in its bankruptcy situation. And sure enough, the judges always allow the companies to, remove all responsibility to shareholders, because that's all that happens. That always happens. But again, be careful here on this. Yeah, that was Lloyd's dude. That was Lloyd's dude. You absolutely right, Craig G. But yeah, it's all about the judges again. The judge approved the commission. So now ADPTQ is going to be running for at least another anywhere between 60 and 90 days. So this could possibly go higher as the guys who've been profiting off this increase go running around Twitter, running around StockTwits, running around Investors Hub, running around Investors Hangout talking about how much money that they're probably going to make if they get saved, and they never get saved. Never. Go to bag holder quotes on Twitter. You'll see all those bag holder quotes. Sun Q, SDOCQ, Zinc Q, Line Q. I think Line Q still in bankruptcy. No, I guess they're gone. PGRN, PG. Damn, I guess they off. No, they're still bankrupt. Oh, there we go. PGNPQ. Look at that. This is what happens. This company's still going through bankruptcy. Yeah, this is kind of what happened here. All right, so this company came through bankruptcy. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't even want to spend too much time on this. Yes, indeed. Oh man, we can go through the list, y'all. You guys know. We can go the whole damn list. Same old story, absolutely. CBRIQ need a life soon. Okay, you brought this up again. Okay. See, some of y'all just don't learn, man. Some of y'all will not learn with these Qs, man. Yeah, some of y'all will just not learn with these Qs. All right. Got to as low as 2 cents a share. And you got up to a point where a couple days later, a week later, you were up 700% to almost 14 cents a share. A week later. Yeah, man. And then you came right back down to the sevens, and then now you're back up to 13 cents a share, up 33% with today's move. You know? Yeah, man. Some of y'all just don't learn with that shit. CCTL, which is a Bitcoin play. So shout out to CCTL. Yeah, a lot of volume, but man, there's too many shares. There's too much shares out there. That's the problem with that. You know, if you see a lot of volume like this and you still don't see any movement, that means there's too many shares out there, bro. You know, that means you probably need twice this much to move it, or you just need people who are going to be committed to hold. That could be an issue too. You know, you got these companies out there with 5 billion, 10 billion floating, 12 billion floating. You know, they're not going anywhere. Appreciate that, Bats. I'm gonna save that and take a look at that. Absolutely. BVTK. Let me see here. BVTK. Brave Tech Solutions. Yeah, okay. This is the one I was talking about, that somebody's going around all my videos and spamming this ticker. Look, I know you want to make your profits, but man, if you want to make profits, talk to the company. Don't talk to other investors. Talk to the company. That's what a lot of you guys go wrong. Because as a shareholder, you take it out on everybody else. Oh, the market makers. Somebody is selling. Somebody is shorting. No, you need to go talk to the company. These are OTC companies. You call up the hotline. You call up that hotline. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the VP or the president picking up the phone. You say, hey, look, I just bought a big position in your company. All right. I'd like you guys to release some news or, something that's going to, grab the attention of the OTC marketplace. Y'all need to start doing that shit. These people answer to you. You don't answer to them. NIOH. And you'll be actually surprised. They actually want to hear from you. They actually do want to hear what you got to, what you got to think and shit like that. And there have been many times I've called up OTC companies and look, man, I'm going to tell some people about your company. I need you to release something. I need you to say something. NIOH, Innovation Holdings, 0002 play. Don't know anything about it. Yeah. After hours, INVC. INVC, Innovation Card Technology. Don't know anything about that one. Yeah, we talked about DRWI. Yeah, DRWI up pre-market. That's going to be the gap up opening tomorrow. We'll see if that holds overnight and into pre-market tomorrow. I know you guys have been noticing how some of these pre-market runners have been dying in pre-market. That pisses me the fuck off when I see that shit. When you see a stock rallying pre-market and it starts to die into pre-market, because for the most part, many of us can't even take advantage of pre-market buying and selling, you know? So when you see that happening, it's just like, what the fuck, man? I'm missing opportunities here, you know? NK, Nankin West. This is a biotech play. Yeah, bearish, but it looks like it's turning around. It's got some decent support here. Here's the spike. If it was this, I wouldn't buy it, but you had some follow through the next day, pulled back, and got support here at 341, and it's been building off that support. Let's put these moving averages back on here. Let's see where we are. Holding the 15 pretty well. All right, obviously it's going to be above the 30, but yeah, looking real good, man. Dancing on these moving averages. Where's our 200? Okay, so the 200 is at. All right, so you're still ways for it. 200 is at 584. All right, so you're still ways from a real change in trend, but you know, as you can see, the 200. And I shared that video with you guys, that Oliver Velez video. He calls it the magical 200, and how the 200 could be a stock's best friend or a stock's worst enemy. And as you can see here, that 200 has been a wall for the stock. So it tapped it once, tapped it twice, failed attempt here, and now it's trying to find it again. So let's see if in NK, again, that's if it gets there, right? That's if it gets there, but you know, it's changed. So could be looking for that 200 attempt here. What was that? Was it an earnings winner? Okay, surprise earnings winner back on there on May 8th. Not bad. It's holding up pretty good. Not bad. TROV. Somebody say it could break that $1 tomorrow. TORV. Man, this is another one that's been beat up so badly. Look at that, 94 cent. Yeah, it could break that $1 mark. You actually did it today. You broke $1 today, and it didn't hold. Let's look at the 1 minute chart here before I let you guys go. Here's the move today. All right, nice open, low, very very low volume on the open, but that buying brought some people in here. As you can see, some volume coming in on very, very late in the stock. So it must have been some kind of alert somebody sent in here. At 11:30, had some volume come in and then dissipate. So 1.4 million shares traded. You know, it's been a low float stock to begin with. Only 180,000 shares traded on average. So look, if more people show up tomorrow, you know, if more people show up tomorrow, I think that will really help this stock stay over that one, because it definitely needs it. Definitely needs it. Where's the breakout? 138. All right, nice volume today though. All right, it's got to maintain that volume though, man. I mean, look, 1.4 is, look at that. It's been, that's the highest it's gotten in months, almost a month and a half. So it's got to maintain that. Why do I use single moving averages over EMAs? EMAs react too fast for daily charts. So for daily charts, I like SMAs. For intraday charts, I'm using my 15 and 30. I respect those levels a lot more intraday, like 5 minute, 10 minute, you know. But I don't like using the EMAs on dailies. Yeah, read up on those. For those guys who don't know what I'm talking about, read up on your indicators. You'd be surprised how many people use indicators and don't even really know how the indicator works. You know, they don't even really know. Again, you don't have to know the formula. You guys remember when I first started the show, I had a motherfucker who called me about, hey, man, what's the formula to RSI? I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck the formula is. I know how it works, and that's all that matters. Oh, come on, man. You're using the RSI, and you don't even know what the formula is, man? I don't give a fuck. Y'all, some of y'all might not remember that one, but I think I posted that call too. But anyway, 94 cents a share is the move on that one. Again, maintain the the volume. That's what you got to do. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, man, go ahead and press like on this video, man. Why y'all playing around? Press like on this video. Trying to grow the channel here. Again, shout out to all my guests that I've had recently. Real looking forward to having Sean on Thursday. Looking forward to having Sean on Thursday, and I'm going to have the king of penny stocks himself next week, possibly. We'll see. Shout out to Tim Sykes hooking me up with that Wolf of Millionaire, that Instagram stuff. Homeboy just hooked me up with it, man, because, And shout out to Tim Sykes, by the way. You saw he donated $150 to United Negro College Fund, right? Hey, I look, I don't want to say that my videos help make that a possibility. No, let me just say, I'm going to take credit for that shit. I'm gonna take credit for that shit. I saw that video. He donated $150,000 to the UNCF. So shout out to Tim Sykes for that, man. That's gonna change somebody's life right there. Much respect to that. Yeah. Somebody said that's a smoke screen. No, he downloaded $150,000, homie. $150,000. Yeah. Somebody said that's a smoke screen. Nah, look, man. Look, it is what it is, man. Somebody's going to get an education because of it. So I won't say that's a smoke screen or anything like that. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, 150. Yeah, not $150. I ain't gonna shout you out for $150. $150,000. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? CNBX. Cannabis Pharmaceuticals. 84 cents. Down 10%. Yeah, man, ugly looking chart, bro. Ugly looking chart. I don't see any recent. Let me see. I do see. All right, some recent news that came here June 2nd. Volume. All right, volume is 1 million. Just under 1 million. Let's see what the daily chart is. That's the 3-day. Let's go to a daily. Yeah, man, this is ugly, man. This is really ugly. It could be looking for that 200 again here. I don't know. I'm good on this one, man. I'm good on it. BLKG. Damn, that's another one that's beat the hell up. Look at that, man. You got to get rid of your 200 just to see this shit is so beat up. Not bad, man. Nice couple days in the stock. You had 2 really good strong days. Nice volume coming into the stock too. Look at that. Very nice volume coming in, moving the stock into the higher double zeros. Guys dip buying the stock today based on the last 2 days of red, which weren't that strong, which weren't that strong of a sell-off. So we'll see BLKG if it continues to build off this. 84 million shares traded today. That's not bad. All right. Yeah, let's see the stock if it can maintain this volume, man. That's the only way it's going to continue to stay up there. Making sure this volume stays nice and high. All right. Making sure this volume stays nice and high. One of the great things I like about TradingView as well is you can actually use volume. Let me see here, because they used to. Let me see. Does it still? Let me see your volume. Let me see here. See if it plays, because I used to actually use it on. No, it doesn't look. Never mind. Okay, yeah, they're still showing up. You can actually see the volume on the chart. Let me clear that out. I'm just playing with it right now, folks. Hold on 1 second. Damn, this is brighten that up a little bit. Yeah, where you'll be able to see the volume on the chart as it's happening. Now I'm going to get rid of this indicator because I know I'm clouding up the screen. But here's how it would work. You would go to a ticker like this, like OHDI, and you would be able to see the volume as it's coming in, right? The volume as it's coming in. So very similar to my setup, but this is a colored volume bar. But it's right on top, so you'll be able to kind of determine whether or not it was time to sell or dump based on how weak. I don't know, it's a little bit more responsive, but I don't want to get all into that. I'm probably going to confuse somebody in there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So all these companies are duds, need to start upgrading to more serious investing. What do you mean by that? You're going to require a lot more money. We're traders. We're not investing in anything. I'm not investing in none of these companies. None of these companies, nobody here is investing in anything. We're trading. We're trading on volatility, Clavon. If you want to do some serious investing, by all means, Amazon, Google, Graco, Ford, General Motors, you can do all that as what you want. If you want 0.02% per day, 0.3, 0.4, 1% on your money, barely every single day, by all means, you can do it. You can do it. I'm trying to get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% per day. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Q-Tech, you said you're now American investor. No, I mean, that's just the name of the show for business purposes. I ain't got time for 0.06%, man. I used to do that shit. Buying Walmart and all that bullshit. Watching my account go up 2 cents. Fuck that shit, man. That's for the birds, man. That was horrible. That was horrible. You just acting as butter. You're the toilet paper for big money when you buy stocks like that. If you got less than $250,000 liquid and you buy those kind of stocks, you are the toilet paper to big money. That's all you are. You're their liquidity for getting in and out of trades every single day. That's what you are. Let me see here. NAO. Yeah. Oh yeah. 2% a year is like they're that's their benchmark. That's their benchmark, and that's impressive. And granted, it's 2% on 50 billion, but at the same time, imagine you being part of that fund and you only got 30,000 or 10,000. You got people sitting in accounts right now. They're working 30 years of their life to get 2% on their money in an account. And they're gonna retire. They expect to retire and live off that shit. And imagine if these people had actively traded their money for 30, 35 years. You know how good you would be? You know how much more money you would be? You would have, excuse me? How you would probably avoid, the pitfalls of an up and down market. mean, shout out to Warren Buffett. You know, everybody points out to Warren Buffett. They point out to one motherfucker for, buy and hold, Warren Buffett. One motherfucker. The man who was born at the perfect time. Literally at the perfect. He couldn't have came into the street at the perfect time. The man went to Columbia University, where at the time they had the best economist in the world. You know, the man who wrote The Intelligent Investor came out. It was a pre-war, post-war economy. America was practically the only manufacturing, world economy left standing. Anything you touched went to gold. You know? You said you spend 20, 30 grand a year in brokerage fees trading pennies, but how much do you make trading pennies though? How much do you make on that? 20, 30,000 a year trading pennies. If you spent $30,000 a year trading pennies, then you made a lot of money. Uh-oh. Hold up. You're trying to silence me now. Y'all trying to silence me. You made a lot of money. Hold on. Yeah, they trying to silence me. They trying to silence me. Oh shit, he's giving out too much fucking game. We gotta get him out of here. But yeah, let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up. Let's talk about the tickers for tomorrow. Yeah, man. If you paying $20,000, man, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah. All right, guys. So running for tomorrow, again, we talked about Clayvon. Let me ask you, Clayvon, because usually when guys who've been trading pennies, they start talking about let's move and start trading bigger stuff. Clayvon, are you not winning? Are you not winning? And I say that with all due respect, like honestly, because when guys start trying to switch up on what they do, that is a sign of lack of confidence in the craft that they're pursuing. When a guy starts to go, okay, let me go and move into this, or let me go move into that. Because again, I got the material if you need the material. You know what I mean? So by all means, man, I mean, if you guys are not winning or you're not successful at what you're doing, ask for help, man. There's so many guys in here who will spend some time with you, who will send you material. It's just, don't suffer in silence, man. Don't suffer in silence out here losing money and getting killed. If you honestly just don't know what the hell you're doing, reach out, man. But now if you're making stupid ass trades and you're making stupid trades, then that's what it is. But if you honestly just don't know what you're doing and you just kind of need somebody to kind of say, okay, this is where you need to start researching, this is where you need to start looking, reach out. We got a Discord room, we got Twitter, all the top traders are on Twitter. Most of them, you can email them and they'll speak with you for the most part. All right. Okay. So let's get back to what's going to be hot tomorrow. My list is going to be a lot different than a lot of yours. AMRS. Let's get back to the daily. MUX is a gold play, by the way. MUX, I have MUX. I'm watching MUX. This is a gold play, so that'll be good to watch if you're looking at gold. AMRS is definitely on the list for tomorrow. That could be a big spiker in the morning based on that move today it did with no news at all. So you could see a pre-market morning move on AMRS. Not the cheapest in the world, 360. I know you guys like them dirt cheap. What else do we have? OHGI. OHGI, another stock that could move pretty strongly in the morning. Huge volume today, as you can see. Kind of suspicious stock, but did what it had to do today. Still was able to maintain, a huge move. The stock was actually up to at one point over 91%. Ended up closing at 69% for the day. DRWI right now up after hours based on a contract win. So they won a contract with Smart Sky Networks. I don't believe the news stated how much it was for. You might want to pull up the news and say if there isn't a mountain there, that's going to make it run even better. But the stock is up after hours right now, 90 cents or higher. Last time I checked, it was like 92 cents. So you could see a gap up opening again if it maintains these prices pre-market. We've seen stocks get overextended pre-market and start selling off, and then the market opens up and then they sell off. So hopefully, traders kind of take their time. They get a little bit too excited pre-market and start fucking shit up. DRWI is also on my list for tomorrow. All right. As I mentioned, gold. Everything gold has got to be, pretty much on your list. Again, if you're seeing red on the futures, you're seeing red on the Dow and NASDAQ futures to wake up the morning. All right. So look on your platform. You should be able to pull that up. Or you can go to investing.com, and right there on the right side, you'll be able to see where the futures are. And if they're red, then that means you're typically going to have a negative open, a red day, if they're both in the red. All right. Also, semiconductors, as we talked about earlier, semiconductors. I'm going to be watching CAMT. If we're going to be seeing a crack at all in that stock at all. I mean, this stock has been hot now for almost a month. This has been rallying. This could be an easy opportunity for someone who's looking for some quick bucks to get some cash in, as it's been now 4 days in a row, no red days. 4 days in a row, no red days. It's been a beautiful swing for a lot of people. Shout out to, again, Tyson Batts, HUSA, Houston American Energy play, another great stock that's been, 4 days in a row, I'm counting 5 days in a row, straight green. Houston American Energy, only 63 cents a share. So, you want to talk about a game-changing move for your account possibly. Again, trade these very, very carefully because they do have a lot of volatility. All right, but for the most part, decent charts. All right. Another oil and gas play, a lot more stable. Again, I mentioned this earlier, ANW, oil and gas. Here's the thing. We've got some really interesting divergence going on here because the price of oil has been going down, yet these oil stocks are running. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just watch that because I'm not sure where this could be headed. Either the smart money is seeing something we're not seeing, or what. But I think it's something just to pay attention to. All right. Yes, indeed. I know some people are also putting out their own list in the chat room. Dow +7 right now. Okay, so Dow +7 right now. Here's the thing. It's kind of too early to look now because you got to remember the Japanese market opens up in a couple hours. I want to say the Japanese market opens up at 2. So you got to understand that the Japanese market has an effect too on how they foresee us. Plays a big part in the futures and how we open up. Okay. Yes, indeed. Jeff, there, you bringing up PNTV. Yeah, obviously all the Bitcoin plays, BTCS and a couple of those other BTSC, you might see some dip buying in those Bitcoin plays that we talked about that were down today. PNTV, I don't even know where this shit is going. I missed the boat on this, as you can see. I was waiting for the breakout here of that high from February, and I wanted to play it, and I just, for whatever reason, didn't take advantage of it. And I mean, I missed what could have been a really, really beautiful move. Look at that, man. Broke out and it's just been insane. PNTV up 100%, by the way, since that breakout. Up 100%. GAHC, yeah, GAHC, pulled back a little bit today. You still ended up green, 1.85%. So a lot of dip buying towards that. You had a rough day in GAHC. I saw that chart. In fact, let's take a look at that real quick. Here's the 5-minute, and man, you want to talk about liquid. Look at that. This is how, when an OTC stock brings in some attention, this is how it looks. Otherwise, you see a lot of gaps, as you can see here, when there's no attention. Very light volume. This is how it looks. Look at that, barely any orders, and the chart is literally struggling to come together. Huge difference when there's attention paid to the stock. Here was the move yesterday. Beautiful. That's why I love using these moving averages to keep you in a trade. Intraday EMAs, I think, are the best moving averages to use. And then what happened today, here's the opening today. Sure enough, you just didn't have enough support for those higher prices. And, unfortunately, sellers had no one to sell to, so they had to lower their prices to meet where, the buyers were. And the buyers were at, 4 cents, 5 cents, ended up at 5 cents, 0.0550 to be exact. All right, so maybe some guys can raise their bids tomorrow and get that back up there on GAHC. We'll see. Maybe some guys see this as a dip buying opportunity to retest that recent high of 6-7 cents a share. 7 cents a share to be exact. So we'll see. Yes, indeed. So the Discord room, 24/7 chat room is there in the description. You can take advantage and join us there. Please click subscribe if this was your first time watching this channel. Click subscribe now. Be a part of the growth that's going on here. A lot of guys watch this show after it's done. I know I got a lot of people who watch this show from all over the world. But shout out to the people who are watching the recorded version. All right. So let me get you guys out of here. Shout out to you guys already in the chat room. And again, the people who are going to be watching later. Yes, indeed, man. We are out of here. Infamous Diva C. Life for ATV. Yeah, get my likes up, man. Shit. Y'all watching me on your phones, your computers, TVs. I had a homie send me a picture. He was watching me on his 80 inch screen TV. That's crazy, man. Shout out to you. Javier Rayburn. Well, we'll see, man. Maybe in due time. I don't know. I think I'm too controversial for TV. I ain't trying to be controlled like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? They put a brother like me on TV. They start giving him a little money and he starts cooning, man. Because that money changes people. You know what I mean? Somebody start getting a check and then they start acting crazy, man. Start talking all that all lives matter bullshit. You know what I mean? Shit. Just come slap me if I get to that deep place. When you start hearing me talking that all lives matter shit, I'm giving you permission to put some hands on me. Do it slowly now, okay? Yes, indeed, man. Yeah. Izzy Jules, 3 hooks. Kenny Dutton, Bob Mango. Again, come back on Thursday, man. I'm going to have Sean Dekmar of DekmarTrades.com. I think that guy could be the next Tim Sykes. I think, nobody can be Tim Sykes, but he's getting to that level, you know what I'm saying, where he's going to be, you might see that dude on some interviews on some, real big channels. So Excited to have him on the show. Thursday, 9:30. Shout out to all the people again to the chat room. Q-Tech, T-Boy, Money Wolf. I'm out of here, guys. Happy trading tomorrow. Join Profitly, man. It's been really helpful, man. It's really been helpful for me. Now that I know that I'm posting my trades, I'm not reckless. I'm like, okay, I got to get this shit right. Motherfuckers is looking now. So, I'll be posting my trade for today, tonight. But happy trading tomorrow, guys. See you on Thursday. Take care, everyone.